guys, it's Alice and welcome back to this week's video. First up, I just wanted to apologize for not posting on my channel these past few weeks. I was first dealing with some computer problems and then I got a full-time job, so I've been a little busy to make videos. However, I believe everything is fixed and I'll be releasing more stuff for you guys. As for today, I posted on my Instagram story asking you what your least favorite races were, so I'll be doing a few of those today along with giving my own opinion on them. And on that note, let's jump right into it. First up, we have the Paddock Island Wilderness Race, and I have to agree this is one of my disliked races as well. It's not my least favorite, but I definitely don't enjoy doing it. First of all, I feel that there are a few jumps placed in areas too close to each other. The turns are way too sharp, and I feel that this race is overly long. This race also only gives you 20 points, and I feel like it deserves a lot more. Next is the race at Steve's farm. This person says it's basic, which yes, it is, but what's wrong with a little basic? I like this race, it's easy, and you've definitely memorized it by now, and it's one of those ones where you can never really go wrong with it. Not too many jumps, a few shortcuts, I think this race is perfect for beginners. Next is the new Hillcrest race, and this person adds that it doesn't give you enough time, which is absolutely true. Every time I do this race, I'm always at the edge of my seat, hoping I make it through within the last few seconds. Seriously, if you make one wrong move, such as your horse trips or you run into something, you always lose because there isn't any time to correct yourself. It's a very long race, which are boring in my opinion, and I feel like this race doesn't give you much room for any shortcuts. This race definitely has to be one of my very least favorites. Next are both of Jasper's pumpkin farm races. Now, I'm only going to show you the first one, but I agree for both. I dislike them as well. First of all, everything is in the same color, which makes it hard to see what's directly in front of you. You really can only rely on the green arrow, which sometimes moves to places you'd least expect. There are far too many jumps and markings telling you where to go, which only makes it even more confusing. As for the race in the opposite direction, I will admit it's not as hard as you kind of can see where you're going, but still, it's just as messy. Next is Emma's race in the Golden Leaf Forest, and once again, everything is the same color. Plus, the yellowish tint on this area also makes it kind of difficult to spot the green arrow. I think that what makes this race so hard is the hills. You never know what's coming next, whether it's a jump or a turn, and for me, it kind of makes me dizzy. Along with the fact that it's hard to jump uphill, and there are quite a few of those. I feel like this race would be so much more easier if there weren't as many hills or wide turns. Next is a race at Hermit's Cottage in South Hove. It's the big circle rock one. For me, this has to be one of my very favorites. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe it's the music, the fields, or maybe it's simply because this is my all-time favorite place on Jorvik. The downsides about this race is that it is long, and there are a few roots and stones that stump me from time to time, and when you go under the big roots, the camera freaks out for a minute, and it kind of puts me in a state of panic. But other than that, I love this race. Plus, this race gives you 125 points, which is a lot for a simple race like this. The last race is the one in Dino Valley, and you guys already know how I feel about this place. I hate it with a burning passion. First of all is the color and the fog. Everything looks the same. I can never tell if it's the ground, water, or chunks of ice. I'm constantly running into what I think is flat ground, but it's actually just a jump made of clear ice. It took me so long to master that first jump over the water, and there are so many sharp turns, and tons of race markings, which makes it confusing to know which way to go. And yes, the music creeps me out. And for that entire crappy race, it only gives you 25 points. And that's going to wrap up this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. A little PSA, I'd appreciate it so much if when I do post on my Instagram story asking you guys to submit answers that you guys could participate in it. It makes it really difficult to make most videos when I'm not getting very many to none answers back. So it would be wonderful if you guys could look out for my story and take part in it. I hope that you guys have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you next week.